Today I'm answering every single Tangem wallet question, all 40 plus of them. I've been using Tangem for years, so I know how it works, what it does, and what it doesn't do. I spent days digging through every question I've gotten on this channel, plus Tangem's entire FAQ page, and yes, I even ventured deep into the trenches where many YouTubers don't go, Reddit. But there were so many questions I couldn't sit in my office all day answering them, otherwise I wouldn't get anything else done, so we're answering some of them on the go. Let's do it. Is crypto stored on the card or in the app? Well, actually neither. Crypto only exists on the blockchain, so the card holds the keys that are used to access and manage your crypto on the blockchain. The app acts as a middleman so that you can communicate from your card to the blockchain to initiate and confirm transactions. Can I send and receive crypto directly from the Tangem card? Just like any crypto wallet, you can send crypto to Tangem from any exchange or wallet that lets you send crypto externally. And no, you don't have to send it to another wallet before sending it to Tangem. I'm not sure where people get that idea. And of course, you can send crypto externally from your Tangem wallet to any exchange or wallet that supports the crypto you're sending. Does Tangem have an in-app browser? So a lot of crypto wallets have browsers that let you explore different decentralized NFT marketplaces and crypto exchanges. Tangem doesn't have this and probably never will, which I think is a good thing because you shouldn't be connecting your wallet to the internet because then you're just exposing it to all the threats that you're trying to avoid by using a cold wallet. Can you buy crypto directly in the Tangem wallet? So Tangem lets you buy, sell, and swap crypto directly in the app, but just know that this is through a third-party service. So when you buy, sell, or swap crypto, you're actually using external exchanges that have partnered with Tangem. And for that reason, I prefer to just use my own exchange outside of Tangem, and I'll tell you why in this next question. Does Tangem charge any fees? Yes and no. Technically, Tangem has no fees except for the initial purchase price of the wallet. However, anytime you use the buy, sell, or swap feature, those third-party exchanges will charge you a fee ranging anywhere from 3 to 10%, which is pretty expensive, and that's why I like to use my preferred exchange outside of Tangem. And for those of you wondering, I like to use Kraken. Does Tangem have native staking? So staking is basically a way that you can earn passive income by simply holding crypto, and Tangem does offer this feature natively in the app. Currently, you can stake cryptocurrencies like Solana, BNB, Polygon on Ethereum, and a couple of others I can't remember, and there are more coins coming soon. Does Tangem support NFTs? So technically Tangem has always supported NFTs, but recently they made it a lot easier. There's now an NFT collectibles tab on the portfolio page, so now you can send and receive NFTs natively in the Tangem app on over 12 different blockchain networks. Is it safe to buy Tangem on Amazon? Now, I'd never recommend buying any cold wallet anywhere other than directly from the manufacturer's website. Even an official store on Amazon, it's still passing through more hands, which means more opportunities to send you a fake or compromised wallet. Plus, if you buy Tangem directly from the website, you can use my code CyberSkrilla to get 10% off your order. How long does it take to set up? You could set up Tangem in one bathroom break. I could probably set up 20 Tangem wallets in one bathroom break. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes depending if you've ever set up a wallet before. It's super simple. You just download the Tangem app, you scan your card, it walks you through all the steps, you create an access code, and then you're pretty much good to go. How is Tangem actually a true cold wallet? I've seen some comments claim that Tangem isn't a true cold wallet because it generates the keys on the app, which is true, but that's not where the keys stay. Once the keys are generated, they're instantly transferred to the Tangem cards, where they remain on the secure element chip, offline, away from all the threats of the internet. So by definition, Tangem is a cold wallet. What makes Tangem different from other cold wallets? Well, it's just so easy to use. There's no screen, there's no cables you have to plug in, there's no battery you have to charge. All you need is your phone and the card, and you're good to go. Well, Tangem work with my phone or tablet? Well, Tangem only has one form of communication, and that's NFC or near field communication, and most computers and tablets don't have NFC, so Tangem will only work with your iOS or Android mobile device. Can you use one Tangem wallet on multiple phones? Since the keys are stored on the card, you can use this card on as many phones as you want. All you have to do is download the Tangem app, scan the card, enter your access code, and you're good to go. And of course, anytime you want to transact, you're going to need the physical card to approve that transaction. Can I travel with Tangem? So I've been everywhere with my Tangem wallet. I've been to different countries like Mexico and Israel. I've never had any issues. I've gone through the x-ray machines at the airport. I've been 40,000 feet in the air. It's seen all kinds of different humidity, and it still works like it did day one. So it's probably the best cold wallet on the market for traveling. How much crypto does it hold? So since Tangem doesn't actually hold any crypto on the card itself, there is no limit to how much crypto you can store using your Tangem wallet. Even if you had $1 trillion worth of crypto, you could technically secure it using one Tangem wallet, and that's the case for any crypto wallet. Can I use Tangem to buy things in a store like Walmart? Tangem is not a debit card, even though it is an NFC wallet that communicates with your phone. You can only use it to manage your crypto, not purchase things at a store. But Tangem does have a crypto debit card coming soon, so stay tuned. Is it safe to keep millions on your Tangem wallet? Now, a lot of you ask me how much crypto I keep on my Tangem wallet, and I'm not going to share that publicly, but I will say this. It's always a good idea to diversify your crypto, regardless of which wallet you're using, just in case something bad does happen, like you get hacked. So personally, I wouldn't keep $1 million on one wallet, not because I don't trust it, just because it's better to diversify it. Is Tangem secure? Now, depending on which part of the internet you're looking at, you'll find a lot of different opinions about this topic. A lot of people say Tangem is really only good to store small amounts, but I disagree. Tangem has produced more than 4 million cards since 2017, and not a single one has been hacked, so the data speaks for itself. So how reliable is Tangem? Now, when I see this question, I'm assuming people are asking about its durability, and it's by far the most durable cold wallet on the market. It's IP68 rated, so it's dust-proof, it's waterproof, it's resistant to extreme temperatures. It's also resistant to EMPs, electrostatic discharge, and X-ray machines. I've taken my Tangem wallet into the water just to test it out. Never had an issue with it, and that's also why it comes with a 25-year product replacement warranty. Can Tangem block access to your wallet? So Tangem is a self-custodial wallet, meaning only you know and own the keys. Tangem has no access to your wallet, so they can't freeze your funds or lock your account. Unlike if you use a crypto exchange, they can do all of those things. What if the Tangem app disappears on the App Store? First, it wouldn't magically disappear from your phone, it would still be there. Second, the basic functions of the app, like sending and receiving crypto, would still work since those functions rely on the blockchain and not Tangem. And third, if the app really does disappear, you can always rebuild it because its source code is public and available on GitHub, assuming you have the technical know-how. What if Tangem shuts down? If Tangem ever goes out of business, you can still use the app to move crypto out of your wallet to a new wallet, and this is your only option if you set it up without a seed phrase. But if you have a seed phrase, you literally have nothing to worry about because you can just enter that seed phrase into a different brand wallet to access your crypto. Where is Tangem headquartered? Now, Tangem is a little sneaky with this. Technically, they're headquartered in Zug, Switzerland, where the wallet was designed. However, the wallet is manufactured in China, and the chip inside the wallet is designed by Samsung, which is manufactured either in South Korea or in Austin, Texas, and then they have shipping warehouses all around the world. How can I verify my wallet is authentic? Any good cold wallet has a way to check that its firmware is either real or fake. With most wallets, you have to do this manually. With Tangem, it does it automatically during setup, and if there were a fake version of the firmware, the app wouldn't let you set up the card, or it would at least warn you that it's not the authentic version. All right, we're heading back to the office where I'll answer the rest of these questions. Whew, okay, I'm glad to be back in the office because it is hot out there, but let's answer the rest of these questions. What personal information does Tangem collect? Obviously, when you buy something from their website, they're going to collect your email, your name, and your shipping address so that they can get your product, but they don't track anything like your wallet addresses or transaction details or anything that could link you as a person to your wallet. What if one of the cards stopped working? Well, you still have 1 or 2 backups depending on if you got a 2 or a 3 pack of cards. And in the very worst case scenario, if all your cards stop working, well, you still have your seed phrase if you set it up with the seed phrase, and you can enter that into basically any wallet to access your crypto. It doesn't have to be Tangem. What if I lose all my cards? Well, this could be detrimental or no big deal depending how you set your wallet up. If you set it up without a seed phrase and you lose all of your cards, then you lose access to all of your crypto. And that's why I like to set up my wallet with a seed phrase, because then you can take that seed phrase and enter it into a new wallet. What if I lose my phone? First off, losing your phone sucks, but it won't affect your Tangem wallet. No one will be able to access your wallet just by having your phone. And for you, you could just get a new phone, download the app, scan your card, enter your code, and you're good to go. Why do I need 2 or 3 cards? The main reason Tangem gives you multiple wallets compared to other brands that only give you 1 wallet is because they give you the option to set up your wallet without a seed phrase. And since the seed phrase is the master key to your wallet, this is what you use anytime you want to recover your wallet. So they give you extra cards as backups in case anything happens to 1 or even 2 of your cards. What's the difference between the primary and the backup card? When you set up your Tangem wallet, it'll tell you to scan your primary card and then any backup card you have. And this is just a label, an identifier in the app. It doesn't actually mean anything in the real world. All of your cards work exactly the same and will give you access to the same crypto wallet. Can each card be its own wallet? This is one of the most common questions I see, and you need a minimum of 2 Tangem cards cards to set up one wallet, and you can't have more than 3 cards per one wallet. So no, you can't just have one card be its own wallet. You need at least 2 cards for a maximum of 3. So that means if you want to set up 2 wallets, you would need at least 4 cards, or if you want to set up 3 wallets, you would need at least 6 cards. Can I manage multiple wallets in one app? Currently, I'm managing 3 different Tangem wallets on my one Tangem app, and it's super easy to switch between them. You just swipe left or right at the top of the screen. Of course, if you need to make any transactions with one of your sets of cards, you'll need a card from that specific set to make a transaction. Can my spouse and I use the same wallet on our own phones? Since the keys are stored on the card, you can indeed do this. All you need to do is download the Tangem app on the other phone, scan your card, put in the access code, and then make sure that your spouse has at least one card if they plan on making any transactions. If I lose one backup card, can I link a new one? Technically, no, but I did find a workaround if your wallet is set up with a seed phrase. Let's say you have 2 cards and then you lose one. What you can do is buy 2 new cards, factory reset that original card, and then set all 3 cards up again by importing your seed phrase from that first card, and you effectively added 2 new cards to your one existing card. What if someone gets my seed phrase? Well, your seed phrase is the master key to your wallet, and anyone who has it can access your crypto, and they don't need your physical Tangem card to do this. So if someone has your seed phrase, it's game over. Can I change my seed phrase? No, once you set up your wallet and it generates a seed phrase, there's no undoing that. It's a cryptographic process that can't be undone. So if you wanted a new seed phrase, you'd have to factory reset your cards and set it up all over again. Can I add a seed phrase later? Let's say you set up your Tangem wallet without a seed phrase and later you decide you want to add one. Can you do this? No, you can't. There is one kind of workaround to this though, is you would have to factory reset your wallet, then set it up again using a seed phrase. However, if you do this wrong, then you could lose all of your crypto. So if that's something that you're looking to do, I'll drop a full guide on how to do that down in the description for you. Should I use a seed phrase or not? There are really only 2 reasons why people choose to not use a seed phrase with Tangem. Number 1 is so that they don't accidentally expose their seed phrase to someone and lose all their crypto. If you don't have a seed phrase, then you can't expose it. And reason number 2 is that honestly, they're just kind of irresponsible and can't keep track of a 12 or 24 word seed phrase piece of paper. Now, the reason why I use a seed phrase is because I don't want to have to rely solely on the cards as a way to access my crypto. I want to know that if my cards get damaged or I lose them, I'll still have my seed phrase to rely on that I can import into a new wallet so that I can get access to my crypto. What's the difference between a seed phrase and an access code? So virtually all crypto wallets have a seed phrase, which is a human readable version of the master key that's used to access your crypto on the blockchain, whereas an access code is a device specific password only used by Tangem that prevents just anyone from picking up your Tangem card and using it on their phone. How do I update the firmware? With most cold wallets, you have to update the firmware, which usually involves plugging in your wallet to a computer and then downloading some software onto your wallet. And it's a whole ordeal, but Tangem makes it a lot easier. It comes with a non-updatable firmware. And then when you want access to new features or new cryptocurrencies and blockchain networks, all you have to do is update the Tangem app on your phone, which is super easy. Is Tangem beginner friendly? Tangem is the only wallet I've reviewed on this channel that I've gotten comments from people over 70 who say that it's easy to use. And I always say, if you can microwave a Hot Pocket, then you can use a Tangem wallet. And if you're wondering why, make sure to check out my full review in this next video. Thanks for watching. God bless and peace out.